So today is the day that we have to realize that we are totally in love with people with guns and spandex.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it is a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are going to be doing not just one movie at the theater like we normally do. No, it's two movies at the theater because usually we do one from home. But this week I had to get this one in before it went away from the movie theater. So we had to get Shazam.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out, so it'll be pushed out pretty quick probably.
It's going to be pushed out because there's so many new movies. Me and Chris, right before this episode, we're talking, and we're just like, dude, there's so many movies at the theater. I might have to try to do two at the theater again.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe I can do it.
I mean, I know you can do it. It's just my schedule. I'll have to take a look.
Yeah, I have like that as a
Rainbow
schedule that like every working stiff has. But
yeah, and I work at night, and if they had theaters here that played movies during the day,
yeah.
I'd be.
They did that in KC, right? Didn't they have like
they do in KC? Yeah, KC. I saw movies at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Here in Tulsa, I'm lucky to get a movie in before 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So it's different.
Mr. E says guns and spandex equals the Punisher. When I said
maybe mystery. Who's Mr. D? Mystery.
Mr. E, get it?
Mr. E Enigma.
All right, so the first movie that we are going to review tonight, and not in any particular order, is first we are going to be reviewing Chapter 4 of John Wick, featuring the one, the only, the man that makes you think, am I a good person? Because he exists, and I think he's way better of a person than anybody you've ever met, Mr. Keanu Reeves.
When Ellen died, I lost everything. Until that dog arrived on my doorstep. A final gift from my wife. In that moment, I received some semblance of hope. An opportunity to grieve unalone. And your son took that from me. Stole that from me. Killed that from me! People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. So you can either hand over your son, or you can die screaming alongside him!
Yeah.
I had to use that part for this week. I mean, Keanu, that's the most badass part of it's the reason John Wick exists now.
Yeah. It has to be. I mean, it's amazing.
All because somebody killed a dog.
Yeah.
Then, of course, his best buddy, guy who helped him in The Matrix and also helped him right here in the John Wick film, the one, the only, and this is one of his best movies ever. If you've never seen it, it's called Boys in the Hood. Literally, I wore that VHS out when I was a teenager. Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, how you think the crack rock gets into the country? We don't own any planes. We don't own no ships. But we are not the people who are flying and floating that shit in here. I know every time you turn on the TV, that's what you see. Black people selling the rock, pushing the rock, pushing the rock. Yeah, I know. But that wasn't a problem as long as it was here. Wasn't a problem until it was in Iowa, and it showed up on Wall Street where there are hardly any black people. Now, if you want to talk about guns, why is it that there's a gun shop on almost every corner in this community?
Why?
Tell you why. For the same reason that there's a liquor store on almost every corner in the black community. Why? They want us to kill ourselves. You go out to Beverly Hills, you don't see that shit. But they want us to kill ourselves. Yeah, the best way you can destroy a people, you take away their ability to reproduce themselves. Yeah. Who is it that's dying out here on these streets every night? Y'all.
Yeah, that's from Boys in the Hood, a great movie.
Yeah, and that's even a bit. That's even just a part of that speech. That speech goes on for like some to 10 minutes. Like literally, I had to find a part in it where I could cut it up.
A cute little thing about it, Lawrence Fishburne, he lied about his age to be able to be in Apocalypse Now.
Yes, that is a true story. That is a true story. Yeah. And he was also Cowboy Curtis on the Pee Wee Herman show.
Yeah, he was Cowboy Curtis.
Remembers that. Also in this movie, one of my favorite actors that has been in and out for the past years. This clip is actually taken from one of my favorite HBO shows of all time, Deadwood, Ian McShane.
I'm Al Swearingen, Mr. Hickok. In the last few days, I've been locked in my room weeping, searching my memories as to where my path might have crossed yours previous, and as to how I might have given offense that you'd stay in this camp not 50 feet from my joint and never once walk in.
No poker.
Is it that simple? Dan, dismantle the titty corner and set up a poker table.
Not necessary, Mr. Swearingen.
I always felt poker slows the joint's action. Been a liquor, pussy, and pharaoh man my entire fucking career, but certain people are due respect.
Ian McShane from Deadwood. Yeah.
Dude, I know. I love Deadwood. Deadwood's one of my favorite shows of all time. Also, making his first appearance in the John Wick movie series, the one, the only, because you can't make a movie these days without a Skarsgård. Here is Bill Skarsgård.
Hey. The laundry's still in wash. But I thought, well, I'm wide awake, so I it's gonna be a bit nut. I thought I'm gonna have some of this here wine, but I didn't want to open it before you got out of the shower because I noticed you didn't drink your tea, and well, I totally get that, by the way. I mean, you don't know me, and this is a really weird situation. It makes total sense. But I thought that, you know, you might want some of this, but if I open it while you weren't here, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, Jesus Christ. I thought you wouldn't want any if you didn't see me open it, so I waited.
I'm good.
From I think our favorite hero movie last year was Barbarian, right?
Yeah, that's one of our favorite movies, The Barbarian. That's why I got that clip just for you, Chris, because I know you love the good old Barbarian. And last but not least, and there's a lot of people in the John Wick Chapter 4. We did this one in memorial to the man himself who passed away just on St. Patty's Day, man. Wow. Yeah. And this ain't his last movie, though. He is in the Ballerina.
Oh, he's in the
Ballerina.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's in the Ballerina. But the one, the only, Lance Reddick.
You do what you feel. You want to pull Avon in on half a case? You go ahead. You want to put my shit in the street? Feel free. But the Eastern had a lot of stories. Mine ain't the only one. A lot of people came through that district. If you were gonna do me, I'd already be done. But there ain't nothing you fear more than a bad headline, is there? You'd rather live in shit than let the world see you work a shovel. You can order warrants, and I'll serve them. But as long as I have days left on those dead wires, this case goes on.
Yeah. So yeah,
from one of the greatest shows of all time, The Wire.
Another HBO show.
Yeah. So I mean, Lance Reddick, sorry.
Rest in peace, pal.
Yeah, dude, we'll keep you on. Yeah. Also, all right. So moving on, the second movie that we will be reviewing here today
and spoiling later on, and then spoil a short spoiler afterwards.
But yeah, every time, just like I was gonna get to you. Why?
Sorry, bro. I want
always do this to me.
Sorry, man.
Are you gonna ask a question in the middle of me giving you an answer?
I just didn't want to have a word count that.
Remember when we got along?
I do.
Anyway, the second movie that we'll be reviewing today is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Now, just like with all of our other comic book movies that we do, there will be a short spoiler. This one will not be that long because there isn't a lot of information. There's some cool stuff in there that I can point out and stuff like that. But to be 100% honest, there wasn't a lot of spoilers. There wasn't like or Easter eggs, I should say, as there normally is in most comic book movies. So We'll talk about why and why that is later on when we get to this Shazam Fury of the Gods. But the cast of Shazam Fury of the Gods, the one, the only, he's so cool, you can't give a fuck because you can call him Chuck. It is the one and only Zachary Levi.
Mom, Dad, can we get on with it? I have hard drives to fix. Why are these people sleeping?
They're not sleeping.
They were killed, Chuck, and we want to know why.
I have no idea.
Well, look again.
I would rather not. It's kind of creepy.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna take a nap. I'll come back in 5. Kind of called dibs on the couch.
Chuck, what did you see?
I'm not totally sure. Water lily painting, weapons, an art auction tomorrow night. Does the name Lust See You Dad mean anything to you?
Why?
Because I think he's gonna be at the art auction tomorrow night. Right then. I'm gonna go fix some hard drives. Good luck with the spy stuff. Excuse me.
Yeah, from Chuck.
From Chuck?
Yeah.
I had to get a Chuck one. I love Chuck. I need to go back and rewatch Chuck. I haven't rewatched Chuck.
Yeah, you probably catch on Peacock, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
If not, I'll look it up. All right, and then also in Shazam: Fury of the Gods, 50 Cent's favorite actress, who he's totally obsessed with and still wants to bang to this day, the one, the only Helen Mirren.
But who doesn't want to?
Drinking alone?
Preferably.
And what are you up to these days?
You know, had another one of these, and I just may tell you.
Oh, then I'm buying. Usual. Same again.
Yes, Miss Hop.
Oh, come on. I hear the rumors. Show me you're still in the game, fighting in the good fight. Come on, rub my face in it. Whisper a movie you've written in secret. Maybe I've even heard of it.
Maybe you have.
That's a Helen Mirren talking to another legendary actor, Bryan Cranston in Trumbo.
Yes, by any means it is.
Yeah.
And then the one, the only one of my favorite, Lucy Liu.
As your leader, I encourage you from time to time, and always in a respectful manner, to question my logic. If you're unconvinced a particular plan of action I've decided is the wisest, tell me so. But allow me to convince you, and I promise you right here and now, no subject will ever be taboo. Except, of course, the subject that was just under discussion. The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is, I collect your fucking head. Just like this fucker here. Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time! I didn't think so.
It's from Kill Bill Volume 1. Kill Bill Volume 1.
Kill Bill Volume 1. One of my favorite movies of all time. And the one, the only, the one who plays I think one of the best guys in the entire movie, Mr. Freddie Freeman himself, Jack Dylan Grazer.
I'll meet you there.
And just where do you think you're off to?
Out with my friends.
Sweetie, you can't go. You're getting over your sickness, remember?
My sickness? Okay, what's sickness, Ma? You know what these are? They're gazebos! They're bullshit!
They help you, Eddie. They had to protect you.
Protect me? By lying to me? By keeping me locked inside this hellhole? I'm sorry, but the only people that were actually trying to protect me were my friends. And you made me turn my back on them when I really needed them. So I'm going.
Eddie! Eddie! Oh, you get back here!
Sorry, but I gotta go save my friends!
Eddie, don't do this to me, Eddie!
It's from Chapter 1. It's Chapter 1. It's Chapter 1, right?
I know. I wish Chapter 2 was as good as Chapter 1, so we can say it was so great. Chapter 2, so made me sad.
Chapter 2, John Wick. Chapter 2 is so good, though. Anyway,
yeah. But anyway, so Shazam Fury of the Gods is the second movie that we'll be reviewing tonight. Chris, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us online, movies.don't-suck.net. We're at w2mnet.com, W2M, as in Mary, net.com. Go there and find our podcast there. You'll find a ton of other cool stuff, podcasts, stuff that our friend Mark does, and a ton of articles on podcasts, movies, TV, wrestling, and video games. Also, Patreon contests Movies Don't Suck. Facebook contests Movies Don't Suck podcast on Twitter, MTS podcast on Instagram, MTS podcast. We are also, if you guys want shirts with our logo on it, go to Bonfire Concerts Movies Don't Suck and something to do. You'll find some shirts with our names on it and stuff that Neil's made. Also, if you guys want to send us the old-fashioned email, go to info@moviesdon'tsuck.net or moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com. And wherever you find podcasts, you find Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Neil, who are we talking about today?
Chris, I'm going to talk about a store that we both love.
Okay. Yeah.
We both love.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost a stature and the things that we do in our life, our daily date. You probably go, I'd say once a week. I go maybe once every 2 weeks. Right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Probably.
You probably agree to that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Chris?
No, I don't know.
You know exactly where I'm talking about, Chris. It is literally your favorite place to go in the entire world besides your house.
What is it? Tell me.
Oh, you know, Chris. You know. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not saying that I'm probably stalling you for a second because maybe I forgot to upload some photos. But let's put us there. Let's just go into this magical place.
Oh, Josie Records,
that we
right?
love more. Josie Records.
Yeah.
Yes, Josie Records is one of Chris's and mine's favorite places to go to. If you don't know, they have one in Dallas, they have one in Tulsa, they have one in Kansas City. I think they have a couple more too, but I can't remember all.
Yeah, when I moved from Dallas, when I moved here from Dallas, they just opened the one in Kansas City. So
yes. And I went to it, and the one in Kansas City is this one right here, right?
Yep. We've been there. We've been there.
And then the one in here that I go to is the one I go to here in Tulsa, Kansas City, Tulsa, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is a giant one. Dallas is huge. Yeah.
Yes. So Josie Records, if you don't know, guys, in just 5 years, Josie Records became the best record store in Dallas, a one-stop shop with regular events, including live performances from its state-of-the-art stage and DJ booth. They also opened 3 more locations and bought a vinyl record pressing plant.
Thank God.
Rare feats for an independent record store. Owners Warwick Cameron and Luke Sardello say that you can accept more stores and other new ventures in the coming years, but for now, it's time to celebrate. They literally have been around since only 2015, and they came up with all that already. I was there last Tuesday this past Tuesday, I should say, for a vinyl playing event, which it was a Boy Genius is what they played, and literally packed store. I saw pictures from Kansas City that was packed as well.
I wanted to go, but I would have been that photo if I wasn't fucking sick that day. But I wanted to go.
You were dying. You died. You would have been in the row here with all the people that it was, because it was packed. It was a packed picture. I don't know if I have it with me. Oh, wrong picture. But literally, Josie Records is one of the best. Good. Dude, they had the white record store day white vinyl of The Crow that I was looking for. That what was that, 2016 or 17? I was looking for that.
18 or 19. I remember
maybe it's 18. Maybe it's 18.
I remember I got there. You weren't going to be able to link until later, but I went there and I searched for that Crow vinyl. It was gone already.
Yeah, they have it. They have it. But I don't want to pay the price for it. You know what I'm saying? It happens. So, guys, if you have a chance, if you're in Dallas, if you're in Tulsa, if you're in Kansas City, where's the other locations? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, dude, man, they have so many places. And every time I put in Josie Records here, it just brings me right to, the Tulsa one.
I got you.
But you can look them up online, and you can buy records, gear, everything, DVDs, used video games, everything on their website at josierecords.com. That's JOSEY records.com. Or you can go find them on Facebook at Josie Records. And just look up your area. If you're in the Midwest area like me and Chris, there's more than likely a Josie Records within just hours.
They're in Dallas, they're in Lubbock, they're in Plano, and Sedalia, which is in Missouri. Tulsa.
Sedalia.
Yeah, in Kansas City. So they're great. They have everything you basically want, and they support so they support all kinds of stuff. And I know it was upset wasn't able to be at the Boy Genius listening party, but I'll be there tomorrow to pick up the record. So
someone's telling me I should not talk with my hands anymore.
Well, no one else, the people listening don't know that.
Well, I mean, I know, but literally, I've been like a DJ or a host for places most of my life. I've done award shows where I've been the host. I've been venues where there's thousands of people, and doing things with your hands instead of just holding the microphone and doing stuff makes you active. It makes it look like you're part of the adventure. You're trying to hype up the crowd. So I will not stop the action I am known for. But thank you for asking. Thank you for
just so you know, that's my mom.
Well, why is she telling me to not be myself? I would think the mother
Sorry,
of
Mom.
a set of twins would definitely want somebody to be themselves.
Sorry, Mom.
All right, so let's get to it, man. Let's get talking. Let's talk about the movie we want to talk about right off the gate.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah, John Wick 4, directed by Chad Stahelski. He's directed all the other ones, if I'm not mistaken. He directed all the other John Wicks. This is his baby. He also did stunts for the Matrix movies, how he actually got started. This is written by Shea Hayden, Michael Finch, and Derek Kolstad. This stars the amazing, the wonderful, the always respectful, and very handsome Keanu Reeves.
When Ellen died, I lost everything.
Also, this stars Lawrence Fishburne as Barry King.
Well, how you think the crack rock gets into the country? We don't own any planes.
Also, Lance Reddick as Sharon.
You do what you feel.
Also, Ian McShane as Winston.
I'm Al Swearinger, Mr. Hickok. And
Bill Skarsgård as Marquis.
Hey.
It's also Clancy Brown as Harbinger, George Giorgio as Elder, Donnie Yen. Oh, Donnie Yen as Kane. Man, he was great. Amy Kwan as Mia, Hiroyuki Sanada as Shimizu, and Shamir Anderson as Tracker. And I don't want to forget Bill Atkins. He's also in this. Why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one?
Oh, I was about to read Shazam. Good job, me. Oh, wow. Condemned by Tyranny High Table to be be on the run for the rest of his life, deadly assassin Mastro John Wick embarks on a civilian mission of suicidal fury to decide his fate after the merciless carnage in John Wick Chapter 3, Paravelum. At last, John's violent journey, fueled by vengeance and grief, ultimately leads him to a fateful confrontation with his former employers, the crime masters that forced him into exile, and as the blood-stained vendetta to destroy those who pull the strings continues. Old companions face the brutal consequences of friendship and an all-powerful, well-connected adversaries. I know, adversaries. Sorry, I bit my tongue. Emerge to bring Wick's head on a platter. But talk is cheap. Now guns have the final say. Can Baba Yaga, the grim messiah of death, make every bullet count in his bloody, once and for all struggle for freedom?
So, John Wick Chapter 4. You know, I hated this movie. I'm joking. I fucking loved Chapter 4. Chapter 4 was...
I don't even know what to say to you.
No, I love this movie.
How do you say you hated anything with Keanu Reeves in it, period?
No, but dude, how
can you even joke about that?
Sorry,
That's like saying, I hate Santa Claus. Like, I hate Santa Claus. Why do you hate Santa Claus?
Chapter 4 is better than 3. Not probably about as good as 1, 2. But this is fucking fantastic. I love John Wick
This
Chapter
is
4.
the longest John Wick movie.
I would have done it.
This is exactly 1 hour longer than the first chapter.
Oh, really? It's just okay. So yeah, it's just 2 hours 49 minutes. 2 hours. If you didn't pee, good job. I didn't pee. Did you pee?
Yeah, but behind the seat.
Okay.
I just kind of. It's the movie theater. They'll clean it up.
Yeah. So, I was in from minute one of this movie. I was in. It just starts out perfect. Like there are scenes in this, dude. Like about I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna do it too much with this long shot on the third scene that was so beautifully done. I wanted to cry. It was so masterfully done.
There's 2 scenes in this movie that are ridiculously awesome. One of them, or creative, I should say. One is that on top.
Yeah, the over the head shot. Yeah.
Where it's like he's walking through a board game.
It's like it's a video game. Yeah, it's just like a video game.
And they don't go down to look at his view ever during that one shot.
Yeah, the long shot.
That shot. Yeah, it's just him going through all these different doors, and I'm like, I love that shot. That's like a new shot. It's kind of like in Creed 3 where they did the hits.
Yeah.
It looked different than what you've seen before. Love creativity.
I gotta tell you, like when that scene happened, I just looked over quick at my brother, like who the fuck else is seeing this? This is incredible. Like the John Wick Chapter 4 is everything I wanted out of a John Wick movie. Put in this one. Everything was expertly planned. All the deaths were incredibly like different. Like this is an amazing movie. This is the
229 stairs, Chris.
Oh my god, that would suck so bad.
Scene, guys, where John Wick's going up these stairs. I'm not going to give too much detail of it, or where it's at, or why it's at. But literally, it is one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. Because John Wick 3, even though you think this is better, which I can understand why, because you like things that come to a completion and kind of gives you a completion in this story. But one of my favorite knife fighting scenes of all time is in John Wick 3. This one, that stairs, that is the best fight scene I ever seen with stairs. like literally, I even told when I told other people when I talked to them about this, I was like, dude, there is a stairs scene in this fucking movie that is ridiculous.
I mean, every fight scene is expertly crafted. Like everything you want out of a fight scene.
But you know what was not expertly crafted in this damn movie, Chris?
What's that?
The suits for the guys. Why were they all wearing capris? They're wearing like wrestling boots halfway up their leg, and then their dress pants weren't even like. As soon as I noticed it, I could not notice it
I'm sorry,
for the
pal.
rest of the movie.
You're upset that people wanted good boots to wear while they're fighting?
No, they look like they were wearing capris. They're like their pants were halfway up their shin.
Well,
it was so weird.
I'm sorry.
They're
man.
like, we're big bad men. Yeah, you're big bad men in capri pants that you borrowed from your grandma.
Maybe capris are really comfortable, man. I don't know.
Hey, dude, I get it. I get why.
But no, man, I loved everything about Chapter 4. I did. I've tried to find things I didn't like about it, and I think the only thing I didn't like about it is that I think if I remember correctly, John Wick only had 308 words of dialogue in this movie.
What?
John Wick only had 308 words of dialogue in this movie.
308?
Yeah, I think that's the case.
And I think you got the number backwards, sir. I believe.
Oh, you get it?
John Wick had 380 words in the movie.
There was the one. It says this is one of the lowest word counts ever spoken by a main character in a movie, not just a John Wick movie, but a fucking
in a movie. Period.
Yeah.
And that includes The Life of Pi. But all right. So this is a John Wick movie, guys. I mean, if you saw John Wick 1, 2, or 3, why is every movie at the freaking theater right now sequels?
I don't know, man. It's
like Ant-Man, Shazam, John Wick. Like, have we watched nothing but sequels this year so far?
We saw Creed 3 just recently, man. It's been rough.
Yeah, Creed 3. That's still at the theater. Like literally, like, is it all sequels?
I don't think we got any sequels coming up, but we do have remakes We saw Scream. You know, Scream 6 was there.
No. Scream was the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Flash is coming up. That's a sequel.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I know that next week we have intellectual property Dungeons and Dragons. Ours on thieves.
Yeah,
and,
so we got some originals next week. That's cool.
Yeah, and also after
Anyway.
that we had Super Mario Brothers, which is kind of original too. So.
Oh, is Mario Brothers coming out?
The week after Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, dude. Anyway, John Wick. Bill Skarsgård is a villain, of course. You know,
so
all
good.
day long.
So good.
All day long. He was the bad guy. Clancy Brown popped up. If you don't know him, he does the voice for Mr. Krabs. He is also in Highlander, the original, and he was also in one of my favorite shows that only was on for 2 seasons called Carnival. He played Brother Justin. If you never saw that, oh my gosh, go do yourself a favor. Watch Carnival.
I'm going to say Scott Adkins is in this. Scott Adkins plays Killa. He's wearing the fat suit and he's amazing.
Dude, he is amazing. I was like, who is that? Like the whole time I thought it was like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Like I was like, is that Tom Hardy?
No, it's Scott Adkins.
No, it's Scott Adkins. Oh man, when I looked it up. Donnie Yen is in this too.
God, he's so fucking good.
Donnie Yen plays Kane. If you don't know who Donnie Yen is, he was in the Iron Monk, the Imp Man.
Imp Man, dude. He's Imp Man. He's amazing.
If they don't do, because I know they're breaking off so many movies from the John Wick series. I know they're doing the Continental. They're doing Ballerina. And they're dude, they got to do a Kane movie.
Yeah, they got to do a Kane movie.
I mean, they oh, by the way, guys, there is. Both of these movies had post-credit scenes after the credits.
Yeah. Stick around.
So if you do not stick around for that, that is your fault.
Yeah.
The post-credit scene of John Wick 4 was awesome.
Yeah, you couldn't help but talk about it after it. You're like, okay, yeah, here we go.
Well, I mean, nobody was in there but me. Like,
it
was
left?
a packed theater, but everybody left.
Oh, because they had to pee probably. Yeah.
Everybody's like, we're leaving. And then so this is just literally, I mean, it's John Wick, guys. I don't know what more to say to you than it's John Wick.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's an incredible movie. It's the best. It's the best action film I've seen this year. Easy.
I don't know, man. Creed?
This is better than Creed. Like
I don't know if it's better than Creed, bro.
Head and Shoulders above Creed when it comes to action film.
No. I thought Creed was really, really creative. This was a nice, fun shoot 'em up movie that told the end of a story. But man, I like Creed.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, Creed 3, dude. I love how they did this is a shoot 'em up movie.
Give the quotes. Give the quotes and we get our score.
No, I'm just saying, Creed 3 literally did a design of a boxing movie different. And had a different cinematography and a different look of boxing movie. And this, as much as I love John Wick 3 and John Wick 4, I'm just saying action-wise, it was kind of the same as the other 3, except for they had 2 new visuals. You know what I'm saying? You get it?
I just disagree with how you think Creed 3 is better than this. That blows my mind.
Yeah, visually, I mean, cinematography-wise.
Oh, this is better than Creed 3 cinematography-wise, without a doubt.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, come on.
No. I did not see one scene where somebody hit somebody and the sweat rolled off of it. That was cool, man. That was awesome shit.
Get with the quotes, and we'll talk about this a little bit more.
All right. I don't know if I looked at the writings I did before.
Because it was just staring there. I'm like, well, did he freeze? Like what's going on here?
No. You're now in the presence of the motherfucking king. No one escapes the table. Today is not the day you die. How you do anything is how you do everything. Are you no longer New York? Then you are nothing. We gave you a name, we gave you a life, or we take one. A good death only comes after a good life. Oops. After, come on, John. No. You don't need eyes to see the night. Oh, you don't need eyes to see the right pain. Get to Berlin and get it mended or pick a plot. Because of you. Oh, no, can't say that one. I just realized what that one was. Your blood is my blood. Your life is my life. Your pain is my pain. The killing gives you a purpose, and without a purpose, you are nothing. A man's ambition should never exceed his own worth. Man has to look his best when he gets married or when he gets buried. Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to life die. I'll stop with that one. Yeah, that one's good.
My scores are 4.6. I love this movie.
4.6.
I love this
Damn.
movie. It was something that
I was going to give it a 3.8, but I guess I can get it up a little higher.
This movie was incredible.
I'm fucking with you. 4.6 with you all the way. Okay. The cinematography in this movie, the action in this movie is ridiculous. Again, how do you give me more surprises in an action movie? How? Yeah. How? You know, like literally, there are scenes in this movie. And I mean, I'm sure everybody in the movie theater thought I was disturbed because I kept laughing at like.
I wanted to clap that shit, man. I wanted to clap like I was so fucking enthralled with this movie, transfixed. I was not playing. I was bored, and I couldn't. I love this fucking movie. All the right choices were made, man. Everything was expertly crafted. Make sure we got maximum action, maximum gun fu. Everything was fucking incredible about John Wick Chapter 4. I love this movie, and I haven't seen a action film this good, at least till the last one. I mean, this one, John Wick Chapter 4. Where are all the, I don't want copycats. Where are the imitations of this movie? It didn't be everywhere, but I think you can't. I think it's inimitable. John Wick Chapter 4, incredible film. I'm so
incredible
happy.
Film. I swear to people right now, they're going to make a John Wick 5. They say they're not, and other people think they're not. But I'm telling you right now, there is no way. This movie has dominated the box office since it came out.
Yeah, like it blew Shazam out of the water. Shazam also had a pretty polished reopening. It blew everything else out of the water. I think it opened with 100 million, something like that. John Wick Chapter 4 was a giant. I saw it at a theater at 10 p.m. and it was packed to the gills.
I saw it at 2 o'clock, 2:35 actually, 2:35. And again,
packed to the gills.
Packed.
Yeah.
I had people 2 seats down that way. Had people 2 seats down that way.
Yeah.
That's why my handwriting was so bad, because usually I'll use my phone to get a little bit of light on my thing, but like as low as possible, like just my screen, not like a flashlight. And I was like, oh, I can't do that because people are right next to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, John Wick Chapter 4. If you guys like the John Wick movies, you love this one. I'm trying to think about who I can't recommend this to. I guess if you don't like action films, I guess that's it. But if you like,
if you don't like action films, if you don't like movies where a revenge plot happens, if you don't like good writing, good cinematography, good acting, if you don't like
if you like movies,
basically, if you just like Lifetime movies, this is not the movie for you.
But if you're ages like me and Neil are, and you love action films, you love this movie. John Wick Chapter 4, 4.6 for both me and Neil. So.
Yeah, easily. If this is in the top 3 of the end of the year, it's because something fucking knocked it out of that area. Like, I mean, something's gonna have to come in swinging, and I mean with like a flamethrower and gasoline, and Jimmy Hoffa is gonna have to return from the dead or something.
Yeah.
Like, it is gonna be
something like that. This is all the way up there at the top for me, the 2022, and it's not even June yet. So okay. I am on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for John Wick Chapter 4?
Oh, audience score has to be 96%.
94%.
I'm off by 2, damn it.
Now, what is a critic score for John Wick Chapter 4?
has to be 89%.
Certified fresh and also 94%. This round
also 94%. Give me that census. I want to hear
Critics' consensus is John Wick Chapter 4 piles on more of everything. It suggests that when it comes to the well-dressed Keanu Reeves dispatching his enemies in a lethally balletic style, they can never be too much. And I agree. John Wick 4, Chapter 4, maybe the best of the series. An incredible movie, no doubt. I couldn't get enough of this. I would have done another 3 hours if it was 5 hours long. So yeah, Chapter 4.
Yeah, it did go pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie, it did go pretty damn fast.
Yep, it's great. All right, man.
All right, Chris. You know what time it is.
It's time for.
You know what time it is. This is the Movies Don't Suck in Sunday News. I'm going to tell Chris a bunch of stuff because he's illegitimate and he can't read.
That's why I watch so many movies, right?
Yeah, that's why you watch movies, even though you just read stuff from Rotten Tomatoes. All right, let's start off with the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Okay. Tell me, what about Thunderbolts?
The Thunderbolts.
Is that like a superhero family or something?
Do you know who the Thunderbolts is?
No, I don't.
The Thunderbolts is the team done by Thunderbolt Ross, also known as General Ross or President Ross in the Marvel cinematic or Marvel comic universe.
Okay.
General Thunderbolt Ross will have his own team as the Thunderbolts. We've talked about him in the past. So basically, all the villains from villains/superheroes, kind of the what am I going to say? Like the anti-heroes.
Okay, that works.
Will be on the Thunderbolts.
Okay.
So Taskmaster from Black Widow's in it. U.S. Agent from the Captain America Winter Soldier or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier, is going to be on it. The new Black Widow, Florence Pugh, Red Guardian, played by David Harper, from Black Widow, Ghost from Ant-Man 3, and then you have Juliet Lewis-Dreyfus, that is the one that got them all. Well, they found a writer.
Oh, they did?
Yes, and it is Lee Sung-jin from Beef, the writer of Beef.
Beef, okay. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Thunderbolt Ross, that's going to be played by Harrison Ford, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the guy who originally played him, and forgive me for not knowing his name right now, passed away.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah, so you're going to get David Harper, you're going to get Sebastian Stan, you're going to get Florence Pugh, you're going to get Ugala Kurlika, you're going to get Wyatt
and David Harper, and yeah.
Yep, Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I mean, it's going to be a who's who of what. But yeah, so I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad they got a writer and they're on the way because, man, right now Marvel needs a little help. Just saying. Kevin Smith is releasing a Snyder Cut version of everybody's favorite Kevin Smith movie,
Tusk.
Jersey Girl.
Oh, man. Are you for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Smith is in love with a Jersey Girl, announcing that an extended version of his 2004 dud will be released in May because it has more scenes with the now married couple of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
I don't know if you can get me to watch that. I don't know if you can get me to
watch it all day, dude. Anything Kevin Smith touches is gold. He only puts out 5-star movies every day of the week.
Okay.
Kevin Smith said on his podcast, there's a very long cut of Jersey Girl, which recently Paramount took over Miramax. They got most of the library and stuff, and they were talking about, hey, we want to put out Jersey Girl this year. And I was like, well, I have the extended cut, which I've shown in 2005. And if they allow me to, I'll call the Jersey Girl the Snyder Cut because the term now just covers so much ground, man. It tells a story of, yes, this filmmaker is going to get to back and fucking fine tune in his shit and exact the movie that he wanted to make.
Okay. Maybe it'll be
I'm
good.
down with that.
Maybe it'll be good.
Chris Pratt just wants everybody to know he's happy that he played Star-Lord, but if James Gunn comes a knocking, he'll go to DC tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know who he'd play.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm glad he's friends with James, you know?
Yeah. Like, not everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Sony is going to release a short film from the Spider-Verse. It'll be called The Spider Within. They'll be releasing it at the Annecy International Animation Festival this June. So I guess if they have a short and a long, can they get the award for both at the Oscars?
I mean, yeah, dude, I cannot wait for Into the Spider-Verse. I'm so excited for that.
All right, The Spider Within is the short film. We'll find Miles Morales struggling to balance his responsibility as a teenager, friend, and student while acting as Brooklyn's friendly neighborhood spider
I thought that was
hero.
the same fucking movie that we just saw. Like, I thought that was
Right?
the concept of Into the Spider-Verse.
Well, there's a couple more sentences,
Okay.
so let's get to it. After a particular challenging day living with these pressures, Miles experiences a panic attack that forces him to confront the manifestations of his anxiety and learn that reaching out for help can be just as brave as an act as protecting his city from evil.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's teaching people how to deal with their mental illness or their illness or whatever you want to call that.
Their afflictions, yeah.
Batman 2. We found out who the villain's going to be.
Is it Joker? Is it Barry Keoghan as Joker?
Joker might be in it.
Uh-huh.
But Clayface.
Man, we haven't done Clayface before. We haven't seen a Clayface.
Never. But I'm afraid if they do it, they're going to do it like the 1950s Clayface, where he was like an actor and you never saw the big, goopy monster.
Yeah.
And I want the big goopy monster, man. I want him. You know.
Yeah.
As long as they do it right and he doesn't look like a shit monster.
So if they do like a trilogy, they gotta make like the big baddie the Joker, right? Like they gotta make him like the worst. Like Joker's gotta be the craziest of them all, right?
As long as he doesn't have tattoo on his face or wears makeup, I'll be fine.
Okay. He's gotta be
no makeup.
He's gotta have the chemical wash, so he's white.
He has to have the chemical bath. It's part of his fucking origin story. It's like having Batman and his parents didn't die.
Okay.
Like he's hanging out for brunch with Thomas and Martha, and all of a sudden the bat signal. Oh, I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I gotta go fight crime.
Okay, so you need the chemical bath that bleaches his skin.
Yes.
Okay.
Stop with this damn makeup bullshit.
Okay. What if he wears lipstick though? Is that okay?
No, because that was part of the chemical bath.
And
the green hair.
Okay. All right.
All right. Anyway, Michael J. Fox documentary Still is getting is releasing on Apple TV on May 12th. This will talk, of course, about Michael J. Fox and his issues with Parkinson's disease. And man, I can't wait to see that. Michael J. Fox, he was, I'm in my 40s, so therefore he was in the 80s, was like, he was a megastar. I thought he'd always be a megastar. And because he got the disease, he didn't take many roles and stuff like that. I mean, not just Back to the Future, but he did Beverly Hills Doctor. He had, he was on Family Ties. He was, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I'll be more than happy to see it.
Yeah, it'll make us both cry. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm sure you saw Val with that like Kilmer documentary, and I don't know what my dog's barking at, but
that's all right. The Pickup. All right, Eddie Murphy is circling a bad boy style heist film directed by Tim Story called The Pickup. The plot revolves around a smitten man who joins a heist. Do you like cab drivers?
Sure. We had a nice one in Dublin. They were nice. So,
do you like blind women that fart a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite type of women.
Because they'll be coming back in Deadpool 3. Yes, Carrie and Zoni and Leslie Uggams have both signed up to play Dopinder and Blind Owl one more time, and the Deadpool series. They will be back. Not only them this week, but also Secession actor Matthew McFadden has joined the Deadpool movie as well. So I mean, but let's just be honest. They're bringing Wolverine in it.
Yeah.
They have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Two of the sexiest men alive. We're going to go see it for them right off the bat. We all know it.
Yeah, no one's like there to see Matthew McFadden. I'm not saying he's not great. It's just that it's all about the Hugh Jackman and the Ryan Reynolds. So
Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. You would know Michael from playing Magneto and the last couple of X-Men movies where they're younger. And Alicia is known as Laura Croft.
In Ex Machina too. Ex Machina.
Yes. And they will be starring in a new thriller called Hope by the Walling director Nong Hong Jin.
Okay.
The Korean director is teaming up with two of Hollywood's most intriguing stars. Hope is selecting additional cast members now that and the project is in post product, but it's where a mysterious discovery upsets the outskirts of the remote harbor town. Before long, the residents find themselves desperately fighting for survival against something they have never encountered before.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Maybe we'll give it a try. We'll have to wait for it.
So we should probably mention that Michael Fassbender has also been nominated for 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor. So,
really?
Yeah, he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for 12 Years a Slave and Best Actor for Steve Jobs. He also Jared Leto and
Leonardo DiCaprio. I remember Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
that guy. All right, Netflix has bought the rights to Man on Fire, and they will be releasing a TV series based on the book series, not just the movie that Denzel Washington did, but the Kyle Killian books by author A.J. Quinnen.
But fucking John Man on Fire, man, that movie's fucking killer. I can't wait to see what they do for a TV series.
I mean, but the reason that movie was killer was because it has Denzel in it.
That's true.
You got to find the right actor.
Yeah.
You got to find the right actor, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want a grenade at my butthole, so.
Bella Samara Weaving is the star in Laurasia Kondraki's action thriller that's set in the 1980s. It's about a young woman out for revenge in New York City in the 1980s.
I mean, Samara Weaving, so yeah, I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of already into it.
I mean, that's all we got here is what I'm looking. I'm reading over it all, but man, I'm down for that all day long. All right, another short coming to the features of the movies. It'll be at the beginning of the Elemental movie, and it's called Carl's Date. Do you remember Carl?
From what?
From Up.
Oh yeah,
Carl.
Yeah.
The old man from Up is going on a date, and it'll be a short in front of the new Elemental movie. So Spider-Man Across the Universe little short has now Across the Spider-Verse short now has competition because everybody loves Carl.
Yeah, he doesn't love Pixar shorts at the beginning of fucking movies. For a while we didn't have that. I was like, what's going on? You know?
I know. You got Pixar. If anybody at Pixar ever hears this, literally, dudes, you have to stay with the shorts. My favorite thing that Pixar ever did to this day was is it Jerry's Game?
Yeah, I think so.
Where the old man is fighting himself for his dentures.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, in the chest. Oh my god, one of my favorite games. Hey man, you know, I guess nobody ever learns that you shouldn't put live action cats in a damn movie, right?
It's impossible to control corral.
you know, because cats. Nobody liked cats when that was done, right?
That darn cat.
Yeah, the movie Cats.
Oh yeah.
That failed miserably.
Yeah.
Okay. The Aristocrats from Disney is now getting the live action.
You mean the Aristocats?
Yeah, I said the Aristocrats are getting the. Hey, man, if they want to make up words.
The Aristocats is what it's called, though.
All words are made up. They found a director.
Who's directing it?
Questlove.
That's an interesting choice. I didn't know he was a filmmaker, but hey, man, it's Questlove.
Me neither.
Like
Maybe
Questlove.
he's made music videos and I just don't know it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to look it up. Because that's how, like Rob Zombie, that's how he got his start, was directing his own music videos.
Yeah. I mean,
Heat 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is grabbing Anna de Armas
for
the lead role.
Yeah, also Anna de Armas is going to be in the upcoming Ballerina, if I remember correctly. So, she's fine.
So that's a thing.
She's very
pretty. Just need to throw that one out there. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yep. Can't wait for that.
Apple and Paramount announced worldwide theatrical plans for the Martin
Fucking
Scorsese's
finally,
next
dude.
epic. So it's going to be a big. It'll be in the theaters as also
on Apple TV,
on Apple and Paramount Plus.
I'm not going to go. I might have to go to theaters to see that though, because I cannot wait for it. It's got my boy in it.
Warner Brothers wins bidding war over film rights to T.J. Newman thriller novel Drowning. Warner Brothers beats competition like Jerry Bruckheimer and Damien Chazelle in a bidding war over the new novel.
Okay.
It's a plane that crashes in the Pacific Ocean 6 minutes after takeoff and is flooded. After the explosion during the evacuation, a dozen survivors sink in a sealed part of the aircraft as it perches precisely as the undersea cliff 200 feet below the surface. Among them is an engineer and his 11-year-old daughter, his estranged wife, and the girl's mother is part of the elite rescue team that rescues to save the passengers before.
You know what you could do? That sounds so fucking terrifying. That just terrifies me. Knowing you'd be under. That just gives me the fucking creeps right now.
Yeah, I mean does sound like that does sound
horrifying,
insane. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that.
I mean, it reminds me. You heard about that guy that was trapped in a sunken ship, but like in the compartment that wasn't fully submerged, and they found him like 2 days later or 3 days, 10 days later, he was still alive. And they got out of there. Man.
No, I didn't hear that. God. Yeah. Oh no. I
saw a video of him getting rescued. And I swear to God, that's like I saw it. And that's like my worst fucking nightmare. So, oh my God. All right, well, I'll watch that.
Aaron Paul and Isaac Gonzalez joined the cast of the sci-fi thriller Ash. Both actors have officially been cast in Flying Lotus's new film Ash after Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Tessa Thompson have both departed the movie due to scheduling conflicts.
Oh.
Ash, the latest upcoming project from rapper and filmmaker Flying Lotus, is a sci-fi thriller that has been going through the motions of production. Oh gosh, I was trying to find what the movie's about. Ash is it doesn't tell you. Gosh dang it.
Flying Lotus today.
The premise of the film revolves around a young woman who wakes up in a distant planet to find carnage all around her. The crew of her space station mysteriously murdered a man. Aaron Paul was apparently sent to rescue her, but given the circumstances, she wonders if she can actually trust him.
Yeah, I think for Flying Lotus, he also did a section of VHS 99, right? He did one of those ones. I think he did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Robert Downey Jr. is looking to remake a Alfred Hitchcock classic, the one with Jimmy Stewart in it, Vertigo.
Do they really need to remake Vertigo though?
Okay, look, they're remaking Dirty Dancing like 3 times. They have remade Footloose twice already. Dude, yes, let's go older. Let's go to movies that people this age, these 20-year-olds, don't know what they are, all right? That aren't music cinema friends. Let's give them a new light. Like I've always said, let's do movies that aren't hits in the last 20, 30 years.
Okay, but Vertigo is is considered one of the best movies of all time, though.
Yeah, I know that, but still... Not everybody's even. You go on the street right now, not to Josie Records or a hipster place like that, but go anywhere. Go to the mall. Go to the mall and
find a 7-year-old
board
kid
out and ask people, Do you know what the movie Vertigo is?
Okay, so that's a 17-year-old or something who's at the mall.
Yes.
Okay.
See, nobody would know what it is unless it's.
Listeners like you and I.
Adam McKay is pitching a serial killer film starring Robert Pattinson, and it's called Average Height, Average Build.
I mean, like, yeah, Adam McKay, and he has his famous actor on board. I think it's going to get made. It's definitely going to get made.
And it's Robert Pattinson and Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to get made.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
But I want to mention that the Final Lotus did the Ozzy's Dungeon segment as VHS 99. So.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Kamal Nijin, Patton Oswalt, James Acaster, and Emily Allen Lynn have all just signed and joined the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that fucking Patton Oswalt's in it. I kind of, I'm fucking into it. I'll watch it.
New movie coming out with Eugene Levy playing the love interest of Diane Keaton called Summer Camp. Comedy, of course, because it has Eugene Levy in it, and Eugene Levy's in it. It's gonna be a comedy.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. It's a good Eugene Levy. I can't wait to see. I mean, he has a sort of comeback after Schitt's Creek. So yeah,
dude, he's always been around.
Yeah, he's always been around. But he's had a renaissance.
He's always been here.
I know. He's always been here. He's sort of had a renaissance after Schitt's Creek, though.
Mean Girls musical just hired some guy named John Hamm, to play Carr, the Coach Carr, in the Broadway adaptation for Paramount Plus. John Hamm is now in the Mean Girls musical.
Well, John Hamm. Can we get like Confess Fletch too, please? I want that.
What? Oh, they are working on that.
Okay.
We talked about that.
Okay.
I reported on that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What's this one? Oh, Drowning. I already read about that one. So here's the last story. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
100%, guys. It is now confirmed Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk is not bullshit off to the side stuff, and we don't talk about it, because not only is the leader who is at the end, that guy that gets the blood stuck in his wound at the end of the Incredible Hulk movie, but now returning as Betsy Ross herself, Liv Taylor is coming back to the MCU in Captain America: New World Order.
So does that mean that the Edward Norton's come back too?
No, Mark Ruffalo.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
He pissed him off, dude. You know that. Come on. we all know what he did.
Yeah.
We all saw.
Yeah.
We all saw. And that's the news, Chris. Let's get to the last movie. That was The Movies Don't Suck and Something New. So I read Chris a bunch of stuff because he's blind in both eyes and he can't smell.
That's right. My life is living hell. So Shazam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, directed by David F. Sandberg. David F. Sandberg directed Annabelle Creation, Lights Out, and of course, just 2019 Shazam. This is written by Henry Gayden, Chris Morgan, and Bill Parker. This stars Zachary Levi as Shazam.
Mom, Dad, can we get on with it? I have hard drives to fix.
Also, Jack Dylan Grazer as Freddie Freeman.
I'll meet you there.
This also stars Lucy Liu as Lucy Liu as Calypso.
As your leader, I encourage you from time to time, and always in a respectful manner, to question my logic.
Also, Helen Mirren as Spira.
Drinking alone?
Preferably.
This also stars Adam Brody as superhero Freddy, Ross Butler as superhero Eugene, Astra Angel as Billy Batson, Rachel Ziegler as Athena, and also, it also has Marta Villans and Cooper Andrews as his mom and dad strictly in the previous films. Why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
This film continues the story of teenage Billy Batson, who, upon reciting the word Shazam, is transferred. This is a dumb fuck. That's it? That's all I get? I don't like that. Here, give me
give you a second.
Give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna fix this right here. That is dumb.
You're like, this dude should nothing about the movie.
It's like Batman's about Batman.
Yeah.
It's like Superman's about. All right, here we go. Bestowed with the powers of gods, Billy Batson and his fellow foster kids are still learning how to juggle teenage life with the adult superhero alter egos. When a vengeful trio of ancient gods arrives on Earth in search of the magic stolen from them long ago, Shazam and his allies get thrust into a battle for their superpowers, their lives, and the fate of the world. That is a description, guys.
So I have lots of questions that I don't want to give. I will ask in the spoiler section. I have some questions, not a whole lot, because this movie itself is pretty self-explanatory. You basically don't need to know anything about the previous Shazam to enjoy this, or to know what's...
No, I mean, you don't, but I mean, it helps.
Sure.
Because this is the way I like to say this movie. And I don't know if this is really a spoiler, and if it is, give me a 3 count and I won't say it afterwards. But the first movie is about a single dude learning how to have a family. And then this is about a guy who has a family and needs to learn how to be his own individual.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it comes full circle the back way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This movie, it's fine. Yeah, I didn't love it, but it was cute. And it's like the previous Shazam. It's not necessarily like earth shattering like a lot of superhero films. It stays in its own sort of universe. You know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, literally, I feel like this Shazam movie was made to put Shazam towards the direction of being on a team, on being part of like, it's kind of like Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
Thor Dark World, we needed to get introduced to one of the Infinity Stones, which was the Ether, and then it was pushing him towards being part of what was going to happen with all of Thanos. And I feel like that's what this movie was. This movie was helping him be pushed part of the superhero world. And there are cameos in this of other superheroes. I'm not going to point out exactly who until the spoiler part. But this is the movie I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay, so yeah, to me, it had a sort of like a sort of, they pushed a storyline into it that didn't need to be there. Like, they just 10 seconds into it, and you're like, okay, so that's what happened. They just explained it like that. I had a problem with the narrative. It was a fun movie, but
yeah, it was fun. Okay, this was fun. This is not life-changing. This ain't like, you know, oh my God, I can't believe this movie. It's the greatest movie ever. You know, it's not that. But it is fun because Zachary Levi and all them acted their hearts out. They you could see they had fun acting together.
Yeah, they did.
And you can see even the kid actors were just hitting it off of each other. It had a fun storyline. It had, you know, nice little zingers in there, nice little jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But by any means, you can tell this movie was made at a time where the DCU did not know what the hell they were doing next.
Yeah, I was a little not too into it. Like, I didn't hate it. It's better than Black Adam.
Yeah. So some of the backstory, let's give you guys some of the backstory. And this is not a spoiler of the movie, but the spoiler of the politics that was going on. This movie was being made at the time that The Rock was trying to take over the entire DCU. No, and that's true. Go read about it. Seriously, I've you know how many articles I read about comic book movies after I watched them. But literally, and when the first Shazam was made, and, you know, Rock has been Black Adam for, I don't know, 20 years, and they finally made the movie, like, you know, only like 3 years ago, whatever. Like literally, like he was like he wouldn't even say it too much. He goes, but man, I can't. You know, when the first Shazam came out, he's like, man, I can't wait to mix it up with The Rock. You know, that's gonna be great. I don't know how I'm his twin, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, and all that stuff. But then that Rock tried to make that power move with Black Adam. But it just so happened that DCU at the time was looking for James Gunn, or wasn't looking for James Gunn, but looking for someone to control the whole universe.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the hell happened.
So
like I feel like there's some confusion. And if you go read the dirt sheets, there were supposed to be other people that were supposed to pop in this movie.
it was
that
be
were
Black
in the
Adam.
Black Adam movie.
It's supposed to be Black Adam and Shazam facing off, right? That was And I know that when we saw the last Shazam, that's what you're super excited about. You were talking about, and that means Black Adam. That means Shazam, Black Adam. But that's not what happened. So
we're never going to get that.
No,
we are never going to get that. I'm 100%. I'll bet 100. I'll bet this 1984 Macho Man. No, actually, that was given to me as a gift.
So it makes me wonder if we're going to get a Shazam 3. But you said pushing it towards the team, so he's part of the Justice team. What's it going to be? I don't know. Like
we'll talk about all that in
okay.
spoilers.
All right.
But literally, let's talk just about this part of the movie. You could tell the studio was confused of what they're doing. They made up characters that aren't even in the freaking comic books.
So Calypso's not in the comic books?
Huh?
Is Calypso in the comic books at all? Calypso and Latina and all those people? Those guys? No.
Those are all Greek. Like here, yeah, here go. Boom. The Daughters of Atlantis do not appear in the comics, but are original characters created for this film.
So is that the first problem with it?
I think it is. I don't think it is. Okay. I don't think it is because several superheroes are based off of gods and goddesses and stuff like that in the superhero universe. Off the top of my head, Dr. Fate, Wonder Woman, Doctor Strange works in mythologies, like it's there's so many different ones that work in mythologies that putting characters from mythology into it is fine. Helen Marine, Lucy Liu, great. You could have called them Bozo the Clown and freaking Frank the Pickle, and I wouldn't have cared. Those are two great actresses that brought what they bring to a movie. But I think the script was lost because I think they rewrote it like 142 times.
Yeah, it's to me, it seems unfocused. It seems like a little like haphazard. It seems like there was all over the place. It was very amoebus, and I didn't have a hard time following. I had a hard time carrying at points. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, that's the thing, and it was cool. They tried, I just can't get this the best rating. So let's break it down and get it to the some quotes.
So guys, if you guys
get to the
we're gonna
spoilers,
do
so
a
you
little
can
bit
start asking.
We'll do a little bit of spoiler stuff real quick. So I'm gonna ask
we'll do that later.
Oh yeah,
right now let's read quotes.
Okay.
Let's do the. Do you not remember how we do the podcast, Chris?
It's been a while. Yeah.
Okay. It hasn't been a while for a superhero one. It's been what, 6 weeks?
Okay. All right.
All right. Hey man, it turns out museums are fun. I'm an idiot. Oh, I don't even know what that says. It's a beautiful day in Philadelphia. I need a hero. Shut up. Did I just save you while you're listening to that song? What is wrong with people these days? Wonder Woman doesn't have a job. She doesn't put her hair in a ponytail and put on glasses and is like an accountant. The trash can was a second home to me when I was your age. Freddy is my name, he said in a normal human voice. He didn't even tell me my superhero name, man. Are you saying I lack the wisdom of Solo Man? We could float out of here like a fart.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hurt? No, just worthless. She doesn't see that coming because she didn't go to the eye doctor. Because the city of brotherly love is getting moist. Yeah, no shit, Merlin. I love unicorns. Yeah, but unicorns don't love you. Taste the rainbow, motherfuckers. I can't believe they said that. Yeah. I laughed so hard. Yeah. Did you laugh at that? I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Captain Every Power Jr. A true god after all. What's up with our boys and older women?
All right, what's your score on this?
Man, I gotta give this like a 3.7. Like it just, it was fun. I will watch this again. I will have a good time watching it again, joyfully. It is something, but man, you could just tell there's some shit going down that affected this movie, and I hate that it did.
I'm kind of the opinion that it didn't need to be made. It wasn't awful, but to me, it's it's so inconsequential that it's like a 3.3 for me.
Understandable.
Yeah. So it's not. It's like I'm not upset I saw it or anything, and it's not super awful. It's just kind of there.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's kind of there.
Yeah. And it's weird that the only thing that moves it forward we'll talk about it after that. But the only thing that moves it forward is in the post credit scene. And so, right. And if we're hoping the DCEU gets pushed forward, it's only at the end of this when that happens. So
understandable.
So I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. You give it 3.7. I give it 3.3. What is the audience score for Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
54%.
87%.
Oh shit!
Yeah. All right, man. What is the critic score for Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
69.
51%.
I should have stayed with my 54.
But critics' consensus is, more unfocused and less satisfying than its predecessor, Shazam: Fury of the Gods will still retain to almost enough of the source material's silly charm to save the day. Huh. Okay. Now we're guys. This is the thing we do. We're gonna give you a little bit of outro. We're seeing next week. We're seeing Dungeons & Dragons Among Thieves, and we're still trying to figure out the second one, but
we are definitely seeing Dungeons & Dragons. We might see Good People. We might do two movies in theaters again, or we might see something on the streaming service. We'll go over that in the next 24 hours. We just haven't had. And to be honest, guys, I am really focused on WrestleMania this week. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a wrestling fan, and that's just the way it is. So thank you guys for listening. And here is the spoiler alert in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, man.
All right, ask your questions before I get into this. I don't have a lot, but I have some.
So when did they break that? They didn't break that staff in the first one, right? That was just a throwback.
Yeah, he did.
He did? Okay, where was that?
Right after he got them all to become, when they all did it, and they said, say my name, and you're like, Billy! Okay. And it's like, no, the name I do to transfer is this, and then he breaks it, and then throws it to the ground.
Why didn't he pick it up?
Because they didn't know, I don't know. Yeah, okay. They're kids, dude.
All right.
All right, let's see. There are a bunch of nods in the pediatrician's office that Billy's in, or in his superhero form, at the beginning of the movie. Did you see him?
Like what? Give me an example.
Here we go. Okay. I'll give you an example because I downloaded the picture just to make sure you could see him. All right, and that's what you saw earlier. Who's sitting at the table?
Annabelle and Wonder Woman.
Yep. And then there's Wonder Woman everywhere around there. There's Flash stuff and stuff like that. So that's one of the stuff. Also, if you look on the alphabet board behind them, and I got a zoom in picture, so don't worry. The alphabet board behind them, there's a little surprise from Suicide Squad. It's Starro.
Oh yeah. So guys, if you guys are listening, You guys can go to the YouTube video and see what Neil's talking about in this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starro is the villain from the Suicide Squad, if you haven't seen that movie. Let's see. The toys in the room is Annabelle doll. Yeah, Aquaman's in there. But if you don't know, director David F. Sandberg is better known for his work in horror movies, which he did do Annabelle Creation.
Yeah, which is good. It's a really good one, actually. That first the Annabelle that you've been doing after the first one, pretty fucking solid, honestly.
They referenced the Justice League a billion times. Now, every member of the Justice League from the Zack Snyder Justice League was mentioned at some point, except for one. Do you know what member of the Justice League they did not mention?
Who?
Cyborg.
Oh, Cyborg. Is he coming back, though? Is Cyborg going to make it?
I don't think he's ever coming back.
Oh. That's he was in the Snyder Cut, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The Wonder Woman cameo that happened featuring Gal Gadot is possibly the last time ever playing that part.
We don't know, right? We don't know.
We don't know. Are set in the same continuity as Justice League because of that.
We also don't know if Zachary Levi's coming back. That's not unconfirmed either, right? We don't know what's happening.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. So that's why it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Lucy Liu's villain, they kept on calling her name. What name did they keep on calling her?
What? Calypso?
No, Kelsey from Games of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, Khaleesi. Yeah, Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Yeah.
They kept on calling her Khaleesi from Games of Thrones.
Because, the dragons, yeah.
Similar tongue-in-cheek nod is used when Billy takes a meeting with Helen's character, and he says, I know about family because I've seen every Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
She's in the Fast and Furious movies. So we all know that.
We're all looking forward to that new one, right? Fast 10 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that is. Billy also makes an accidental reference to Lord of the Rings. He has trouble remembering the name Solomon, and he calls it Saruman instead. At one point, while it's clear the daughters of Atlas and the Golden Apples are adopted from stories of Greek mythology, so are the monsters that emerge from the tree alive. All the monsters are mythological creatures from Greek and Roman mythology, including the unicorns, that Darla and Emerald. The creatures that emerged were cyclopses, minotaurs, harpies, manticores, and griffins.
Oh, I do want to mention that the national animal of Scotland is
a griffin, isn't it?
Unicorn.
Oh, it is a unicorn.
Yeah. We saw a little unicorn statue on top of one of the cathedrals there, so it's pretty cool.
The running joke through the movie was Billy needs a hero name.
Yeah, and he didn't really have one, right?
At one point, a man calls him Captain Marvel.
Yeah, well.
Which is the original Shazam name.
Yeah, okay.
Captain Marvel. So here, for people that don't know, if you can look there it is right there. Captain Marvel was the original name of Shazam. The Marvel family was the name of the people. Here it is originally in Wiz Comics. Many. This is the first Wiz. What is that? 1940 was the first one. And that's later. But the Marvel family. And the funny thing is, the man that said Captain Marvel played Captain Marvel in the 1970 sitcom. He played Billy Batson in the 1970 sitcom of Shazam.
Okay, cool. That's fun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
His name is Michael Gray, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry. Jennifer Holland and Steve agree to rephrase the roles from Suicide Squad and Peacemaker for the mid-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, which they were telling him, hey, we want you to be part of the Justice Society, not the Justice League. Yeah, the Justice Society is Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, Hawkman, and Cyclone, who were supposed to be a part of this movie. They were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be there asking them to join.
But isn't Peacemaker part of Justice League as well?
No, Peacemaker is part of the Suicide Squad. He was a villain.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
He was always a villain, and now, but DC did something different with him, or James Gunn did, I should say. Then, of course, the other was Mark Strong's Dr. Sodovan popped back up, and he talked to Mr. Mine, which was a little caterpillar. Mr. Mine is one of the most smartest.
Wasn't he at the end of the first one too?
Yes, correct.
Like get fucking with it. Like, get fucking on with it. You know what I mean?
On the subject of horror, Sandberg pays homage to the Italian horror director Luci Fulci. I don't know if I say that right. Fulci.
Flossie.
Yes, with a cleverly placed sign in the background. Nicknamed the Godfather of Gore. His films include A Cat in the Brain, Don't Torture a Duckling. Oh, The Black Cat. I know that one. The Beyond and stuff. And there's a sign that they wrote past. You saw the name. Now, one of the funniest parts, or a nod to the Marvel family, was they find kittens, and the little girl names one of the kittens Toe King. Well, Toe King is Toe King 20, who's actually a super powered friend that is a talking tiger in the comic books.
Oh, cool.
He is actually a really good known friend. If you're on the podcast, you can see this. I am posting a photo right now of him talking to Shazam, and that is a common character. Just like how there's, horses that walk around in Marvel that can talk.
You mean DC?
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I was talking about Marvel.
You mentioned Marvel earlier. We think it was a token.
Yeah. It's okay. I know I'm confusing you. It's okay. Freddie Freeman tries to do some solo hero work, but keeps getting told no by Billy. They all agree they should not do solo. Freddie does adopt the name Captain Every Power Jr. For his superhero persona. When he saves a group of Kryptonian, he tells them that Shazam is his sidekick. He says that his name is Captain Every Power Jr. When Shazam gave his friends superpowers in the comics, Freddie was dubbed Captain Marvel Jr. and acted as a sidekick. So that would be, this photo right here. Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel. Yep, the original three.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of the world film, the citizens of the city gave Shazam a quick pep talk as he goes to fight the Daughters of Atlas, a particular person wearing a red shirt. Oh, nope, I already told you that. I'm sorry, you can cut that point out. Hey, man, I was trying to grab for stuff. David Sandberg's wife, Loda Lawson, makes a brief cameo in the movie as a woman who Shazam saves from the falling off a bridge at the beginning of the movie. One of the most bizarre artifacts found in the Rock of Eternity is a violin that always burns. And they didn't know why. They just thought. This is actually a reference from a comic book called, where was it at? Captain Marvel Adventures number 64. Where the villain, there we go. Some comic book fans may know it's an obscure reference to Nero's fiddle from Captain Marvel's Adventure number 64. Nope, I already talked about that. During the film's third act, during the third act, Billy's red suit is burnt really bad. It is rendered almost completely black. The costume designs likely reference to Black Adam, who made his debut not long ago. When he and the Wizard are trapped in a magic prison on another plane, Freeman spouts out 3 ideas for escape. There is giant strength, a popular spell, Graham's inhuman strength. There's Goss's form, which turn to a fart and fly out there, or would allow them to do it. And lastly, ask the Wizard to at least have an Archnus Photus. These are all D&D references. So we get some D&D before D&D.
Yeah.
Before Dungeons and Dragons next week.
All right.
In Shazam, Michelle Broth played the adult Mary Marvel with Grace Caroline Curry starring as her teenage counterpart. In the sequel, however, the later pulls double duty. She's the only one that plays the teenage version and the adult version.
I noticed that.
When Calypso's monsters start attacking people in the final battle, one of the first people they pick up is David Sandberg, the director, who is then screaming "Slap mjug," which is Swedish for "Let me go." There's also a joke in Shazam where they say it's not like she wears glasses, puts her hair up in a ponytail, and is an accountant or something, which is a direct reference to Linda Carter's Wonder Woman from the original 70s Wonder Woman show. And there are references to Robin of Batman, that Robin exists in this universe, but they don't say who it is, which Robin it is. It is just Batman and Robin. That's it, man. Literally, most of this movie was based off of something that they just made up. There was not a lot of, I mean, they put some references in there for fun, obviously, but it wasn't, we don't know what the hell. Because we don't know what the hell.
Yeah, it's weird. They filmed it, and then James Gunn's like, "I got this shit going on." And they're like, "Oh, was that we of us?" Like, it doesn't matter. like, you know. So, a little shake up. Let's see if it pays off. You good?
Yeah. So that's the spoiler part of Shazam, guys. Thank you for sticking around for that part. I do put a lot of work in those parts, so thank you for that. I think that's about it, man. I think we're good to go for the day. What do you think?
Yeah, good. Do you next week and whatever we choose. You can find us on movies.net. We're on w2mnet.com. That's w2mnet.com. You guys have our podcast there, along with a bunch of other podcasts, a bunch of other articles. It's a great website. That's what we're part of. You guys can find us at Facebook at facebook.com/movies-on-soap-podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. Go to patreon.com/movies-on-suck. If you guys want to give us human money, go to the top left, top left hand corner of the screen if you're watching us on YouTube, and throw a few shekels. If you guys want to send us an email, it's info@moviesonsuck.net or moviesonsuck@gmail.com. And if you guys want to buy shirts with our name on it, go to bonfire.com, so movies don't suck and something new. You'll find our merch and some stuff that Neil's made. And Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, please hit us up. Give us a message. We'll be more than happy to advertise you to all our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers right here on Movies Don't Suck and Some to Do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You good, man? You went through that rather quick. Okay. All right, man. What's up?
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some to Do. My name is Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, whatever you do, do not ever meet a guy named John and kill his dog, or you might feel the fury of the gods. Have a good night.